What's up guys, Leviair Dragon here, and dang it is cold because today we are doing a Nekroz deck profile. Let's go! A whole decade ago, 10 years ago, 2015 is when this deck first came out, and I won a regional with it. It was a big deck for me at the time, so when it got its new support in Monsters Mayhem, I had to full rarity it. So this is a max rarity Nekroz deck profile. And also real quick, shout out to my new channel, Radiant Rectangles. I'm going to be doing a really nice production, cool video for this deck over there. So please check it out. I would appreciate that. And yeah, let's just talk about the Nekroz deck. It's chilly. Let's get into it. First off, with our starters, we got triple Amelia Dance. What is it? Dance Priestess of the Nekroz? Yeah, that card. And triple Avance. Double Brio. We'll talk about that in a second. Triple Preparation of Rites. So here's the starters. Pretty nice, pretty nice. We got triple of each of these because they're basically the only normal summons in the deck, so I think maxing out of them is important, even though they are once per turn. But even if you go Avance into Amelia, if you have an Amelia in your hand, you could still special summon it, which is nice. Only 2 Brios because it is once per turn, and this deck is super bad against Joel Lockberg. So I just feel like trimming a little bit on some of the search is helpful, but it is a good thing to ritual summon as well to get rid of stuff on the field. And prep is just too good. It does make you worse against Joel, but it's not once per turn. It works in multiples. It is a +1 if you have a ritual spell in graveyard, so it just goes crazy. Next up, we got our engine stuff. To Unicorn, 1 Klaus, 1 Nekroz Catastrophe, I'll talk about that later, 1 Trishula, 1 Arid Bear, and 1 Metaltron. These are your end board pieces. This in hand and ritual summon the opponent's turn is also a good end board, and Unicorn is just the best card. This is what you obviously want to ritual summon every single game if you're going first, and try to lock them out of their plays. A lot of decks, can't do anything if this is on the field. Okay, still engine. We got Shrit, we got the Great Sorcerer, and the Ritual Spells. So we got one of the old 3, Kaleidoscope, Cycle, and Mirror, all very good for their own right, but you don't really need more than 1 of each. And double Divine Mirror. Divine Mirror is, of course, the best one, the new one. It's a shame it doesn't come in Secret Rare, but it summons... its Graveyard effect can activate even when you have a monster, which is crazy, and it can also search itself, which is also crazy. So you always want to run at least 2. I think it's fine to run 3 as well. And yeah, being able to use 1 on your turn going first to summon a Nekroz from Banish, and then also setting the other one to threaten a Trishula summon on their turn is really, really good. So this deck, of course, got a lot of engine stuff because you have to. So it doesn't leave much room for stuff like hand traps. So we're definitely going more of a board breaker approach. And board breakers are just kind of good with the new meta, thanks to Justice Hunters. But we're running the Nadir Servant Dogmatica package. Pretty simple. It's good at breaking boards. It's good for going first because it sends Herald of Arclight, searches for your plays. This can be used to help with rituals sometimes, and this is just a great card to search up with Titanic Clad to get an extra negation. The next little engine that I think people are sleeping on with this deck is the Foolish Burial Goods engine. So what's really cool about this little package is sending Ice Barrier. Yeah, Ice Barrier will lock you into water, so you have to be careful about that. But you only run 2 lights. These are the only lights in the entire deck. Everything else is water. And you can send Catastor to get something out of the graveyard back to your hand. You can send Reenact to search your deck. and you can send like Trishula or Airdbear if that's what you're specifically trying to search. And it's a really cool way to search underneath Droll. That's what I love so much about it, because Ice Barrier sends to the graveyard and then gets it back from the graveyard, so you can do it even if they Droll you, which is really cool. It allows you to like almost guarantee you get the piece you need that you're missing. In addition to that, we have Ice Doll Mirror that you can send to search up Ice Doll, which can special and then search a spellcaster. So it searches Amelia or Avance, or it also searches Unicorn. Pretty cool. This part of it is not as good as the Ice Barrier part. Also locks you into water. Also, Ice Barrier only walks you for the rest of the turn. So you can usually just do your Nadir Servant Dogmatica thing first, and then you can do this. But with Ice Doll, you can't summon waters for that entire turn, so you can't do that first if you go for this. So this is the number one thing, but then this is the number two. But also, on top of that, you can just send ritual spells with it, which is awesome to send Divine Mirror to be able to search whatever ritual spell that you need. You can do that even with a monster in play. Then we got double Super Poly. Super Poly, obviously, very strong. We're only running 2 right now. Obviously I could see a 3, but it was hard for this is a 42 card deck, and it was hard for me to figure out the numbers on stuff, so the space was kind of tight. But you have the extra deck space in this deck because you don't summon from the extra deck. So Super Poly is just really, really good when it's basically free. Next up, we got the triple Le Livre de la Lune. This card, Book of Moon, the OG, the GOAT. We had to get it in that QCR French because it's one of those cards that I don't like having foreign cards. If you're going to English tournaments and you're running cards that people can't read, that's pretty scummy, I think. But with this card, everybody knows what it does. It's not going to matter. It's also a one-line card, like super easy. But anyway, Book of Moon. What's so cool about this card? Not only does this help you with breaking boards. Obviously, you can't hit any links, but right now it's not as much of a link-centered meta as it was. You can hit Xyz, you can hit Synchros, so great against Yummy. And the biggest thing about this is that it's a really good defensive tool in this deck, because you can, in response to them trying to Ash or Valor or negate your Avance or Amelia search, you can book it and put it face down, still get your search, and then its effect to tribute itself as full tribute for a ritual summon can still be used even when it's face down, because it's a replacement. So the fact that you can get your effect and then still have a material, the big thing about Book of Moon using it to dodge effect failure, like that type of angle of it, is that you usually wouldn't have access to that monster anymore for the rest of the turn as a material because it's face down. But in this deck you do. Which is really, really cool and something I just really enjoy. The card is also very versatile. You can use it to interrupt your opponent's plays, break boards, good to set going first, and good going second. Yeah, I love the card. Then we got the trio for this deck. We got Called by the Grave, Triple Tactics Talent, and Pot of Prosperity. Pot of Prosperity is just kind of free because, like I said, you don't really use the extra deck. Called by, extremely important because Droll kills this deck. Triple Tactics, also really important because if they activate Droll, at least you get something pretty good. Yeah, that's the main deck. It's 42 cards. Pretty tight list. I don't know how I personally could change any of it. Now we got the extra deck. Of course, the token, the Articuno, the Queen of Ice. You gotta have her. It's essential. Then we got Super Vaulted targets. These are the best. And Double Dark. This was more for Malice, but like the meta's changing. Yummy K9 pretty big right now. I'm not sure how much you're gonna need that. But yeah, it's still just like pretty solid against a lot of different decks. Then we got the stuff to send to get effects. We got all of these bad boys. We got the Popper, the Searcher for the Dogmatica, Searcher for a ritual. This can bounce something. Interaction. This can negate something. So destroy, bounce, negate for any situation you need. And Toad goes hard just as a way to recycle stuff, get back whatever water in the graveyard. Then we got things that we actually summon sometimes. Babushka. It's Babushka. It's a great card. This deck can easily rank 4 with just an Avance, so pretty good. Stealth Kraken, another just easy one to make with Avance. Evil Swarm, Excited Knight. It's different options. And the Spawn, because we have the extra deck room, we might as well run it for the Stealth Kraken. And one ritual, you need at least one ritual. The one that you run is, figure out what you like. Dynamondo, just a really cool card for a ritual deck, so it's nice when you can make it. And the sideboard. Of course, the format is changing. Don't know exactly what to do, but it's the sideboard. It changes week to week. Play what you want. But Drolls, I think, are just really important. Best hand trap. Very sexy alt arts. Also, Nibiru. Nibiru's ticking up a little bit. I kind of like it right now. And also sexy alt arts. To Salesbound, this card's essential because the aforementioned Droll and Lockbird, incredibly powerful against this deck. So being able to just call it and say no to it, huge, big deal. We got triple spell card Monster Reborn. So what's really cool about this card is not only is it, of course, a card to use on the opponent's turn, it's not a monster, so it gets under activating things for canines, and you get to interact with the opponent's graveyard and then remove that effect for the rest of their turn. And it has another really powerful use case in this deck, which is just turn 1, using it on your own Herald of the Arclight to get a Omni Negate onto your field from the graveyard. So that's why I'm running 3, where most of the ones for turn effects I'm running 2. With this one, if you draw 2, then you can, generally speaking, use 1 to go into this for the Omni, and then set the other one to interact with them. Triple Ultimate Slayer, this is why we need at least one one link, so we can interact with links. And, of course, just incredible card. You get to send whatever effect you need and also get rid of something very powerful. 1 Ghost Match, because we're an almost all water deck. And 1 Mischief of the Gnomes, because we're a Foolish We Are a Goods deck. This card's pretty sick. It's good against all the level 5 decks right now, just change their levels. It's good against Ryzeal. Cool card for the XE decks. And that is it. Thank you for watching this deck profile. Of course, we've also got the very important Ice deck box, Articuno. Let's go. We got Articuno everywhere because she's the GOAT, the Queen of Ice. Thank you so much for watching this deck profile. And again, please check out Radiant Rectangles. We're going to make a lot of cool content there. And I hope you enjoyed, and definitely leave your feedback about the deck. What do you think of Nekroz? I think it's a really fun deck. It's really cool right now, pun intended, in the format. Obviously, it's not the most competitive, but it's an underdog. I think it's actually criminally underrated right now. It's pretty dang solid. If Droll wasn't a card, I think it would be very good. But of course, Droll is a card, and that's a silver bullet for sure. But let me know what you think. Let me know your suggestions, what you would do with your build of the deck. And make sure to subscribe, like, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks. Bye.